on a bus headed to Port Authority. This wasn't the plan at all. I'm kind of afraid to, I'm really afraid to open that. Oh God, oh God, okay. Seems like a nice day. Welcome to day 2. So there are a lot of amazing things about this hotel. Everything's been great. They have a little Bluetooth speaker over there. They got really good Wi-Fi. The whole lobby is great. They got like mint water or whatever that is. But they have Starbucks in our room. Don't know what we're gonna do with all our stuff though. Our bus doesn't leave until 5. Raspberry, blackberry, rosemary water. I know like it's a small thing, but it's the little things that make the big difference. Corner Bakery Cafe, a cop and a couple taxi drivers recommended we come here for a good bagel. How are you? Can I get so I got an everything bagel because I love bagels and I want to eat everything on my bagel. Jacob got a panini. How's your panini?
It's really good.
We just made it to the White House. There's a lot of people here, some protesters, a lot of tourists though. But I guess that's where. Oh, they just found a bag.
Bag on the sidewalk, anybody?
Let's hold
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy. So there's a bag in the street.
We're gonna just evacuate this area real quick. Someone left the bag unattended, and I think it's safe to say we're gonna get away from the area just in case. You can never be too safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely that it's actually something serious, but
We're not gonna stick around to find out though.
yeah, they got like police everywhere and stuff.
So I know this is pretty dramatic, but life can change in like all of 2 seconds. So just like the people you love, hold them close, always keep them in mind. Cause like if that is like a crazy bomb thing, then like people can die and people can, you know, families can be lost. Tell the people you love that you love them, that you never know when the day could be your last. Okay, so we're currently on a bus headed to Port Authority. This wasn't the intended plan at all. We'll explain it. It is so ridiculous right now. We're at a gas station somewhere in New Jersey. We're an hour and a half away from the city. It's been a rough night. It's safe to say that the rest of that day was a complete and total nightmare. So the original plan was to take a trip from DC to Newark Penn Station to go to my dad's house in SECAUCUS, New Jersey. This was our first time riding Greyhound bus. Since this was our first time and we didn't know what to expect, we arrived at the bus station about an hour and a half early just to be safe. Boarding time for the bus was 5:15 p.m. Eventually, 45 minutes pass, our bus isn't here and no one knows why. 2 hours later, we find out our bus broke down somewhere and that they sent a replacement bus to come get us. Little asterisk, no one knew when the bus was gonna show up. So we could either get a refund or sit there and wait and just find out what happens. Neither of those options were good enough for Jake and I. We spoke to one of the workers. There was a bus going to New York Port Authority, which was a little bit out of the way, but still the same general direction. So we decided to just get on that bus and go to New York instead. We got on the bus. There are no seats available except for 2 in the very, very back of the bus. There is already one very nice lady in the corner on the window seat. So that left one middle seat next to her and one seat right next to the bathroom. And guess which seat I got? I'm sitting next to the bathroom. It's not Jake's fault. I don't think Jake wanted me to sit there or forced me to sit there. It just kind of happened. At this point, we were both super frustrated and we just wanted to go. Every bump, every bruise in the road feels like an earthquake. And I'm sure the rest of the bus feels it too, but I'm pretty sure you feel it the most in the very back. And every time there was a bump, the water in the toilet next to me sloshed around, and a waft of urinal smells seeped through the door directly into my nostrils for 5 hours. Eventually, we got to Port Authority in Manhattan. We took an Uber to my dad's. We got here, and everything was fine. Okay, so we just made it to my dad's place, but obviously it's been a long, exhausting, somewhat terrible day. We're just gonna crack open a 6-pack and it's and you're probably thinking, Josh, why did you take the bus to begin with? We originally wanted to take a train from DC to Newark. Little did we know that, like plane tickets, train tickets inflate with time. The closer you get to your arrival date, the more expensive the tickets will be. So whenever we went to buy our tickets, the prices doubled, and suddenly the train was no longer an option and the bus was our only hope. So PSA, buy train tickets way in advance and never use Greyhound bus ever.